our own motivations. Where's your motivation leading you towards? Is your motivation leading you towards heaven? God promised us greater things, where we are promised many heavenly blessings, mansion, robe, and crown. Have y'all ever heard that song, that hymn? I want a mansion, a robe, and a crown. In glory there, I know that peace and love will always abound forever. Let me be among the saved to your throne surround. Lord, please reserve my mansion, robe and crown. If y'all heard that song, comment down below if you have. But anyway, are we doing things that are getting us to heaven? Right? Are we doing things that are in God's will for our lives? Right? We want to do things, but should we do things? How do we make decisions? Right? How should we know? Right? There's that thing of discernment. Proverbs talks about spiritual wisdom a lot. And it talks about how we should treat it like a sister, right? Wear it around us, wear it around us, keep it around it like a belt, right? Around our waist, around our bodies, around our minds, our souls, right? On this walk, we are going to go through struggles. And those struggles will continuously find us, right? If they don't find us, right, they'll chase us. They don't find us, they'll chase us. Satan will chase us, bro. Because we know, I think I got bit. Satan will chase us, bro. But see, that's the thing. Satan won't chase you the whole time. He'll just wait, and he'll just be prancing, right? He'll just hide, too. He does things weirdly. And how we do things, how we are motivated, and how we make decisions needs to improve. Because even on my point, right? When I choose to go out and hang with friends or go to these different functions or go to whatever case may be, I have to think, bro, would Jesus want me to go to this place? Would God want me to go to this place? Would this be a place where I could bring Jesus with me? Would this be an activity that God will be pleased with? I'm not saying you ain't gonna make mistakes, right? But if you know it's gonna be a mistake, don't make the mistake. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. The flesh will take over. I ain't gonna lie. The flesh will take over. Our own desires will take over. And that is a given. But see, it takes sacrifice to desire what God wants for you. You have to sacrifice what you want for your flesh. The Bible talks about that. You have to sacrifice your flesh for guess what? For what God wants, right? It's easier said than done by how I'm saying it, because it takes a new mentality, right? Do not conform to this world. I believe that's Romans 16, or one of them, 10:23, one of them. I know it's in Romans. No, it's in Ephesians. I'm sorry, y'all. Galatians, one of them. And do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? So you can do things that are of Christ and not of yourself. See, renew your mind, right? Do not conform to this world. The world will have you thinking that lust is okay, right? That, going to this party is okay. Hanging with this group of people is okay. Even talking to that girl or that guy is okay, right? You'll think it's okay because you desire them, right? You think you, quote unquote, love them, but there's a difference between God's love through them and love in general, right? God's love is a agape love. It's a phileo love. It's a different level of love. Love on the surface, it's deeper than that, bro. Me doing things for you is not just love. It's not love, right? It's deeper than that. It's how consistent I am. It's how relatable you can be with somebody. It's actually, genuinely loving and caring about that person, right? Not just through words, but through actions, right? Because love is an action word, right? There's a bunch of different things. Decisions, how we make decisions should be based on what Christ wants for us. It's pretty simple, but it's hard at the same time because it's hard to sometimes judge, especially when we don't have the strength and the spirit of discernment. You have to learn and gain that sometimes through experience, but at the same time, your connectivity to Christ is important, right? When you read your word, that's how you build connectivity. Because if you don't read your word, you don't know what Christ is telling you. It's pretty simple. You don't open your word. Folks in my Discord and my lives ask me, how do I get closer to Christ, Draco? How do we get closer to Christ? Read your word. It's simple. You just don't want to read. You just don't read the word, and then you don't comprehend it, and then you don't study it, and then you don't read it over, and then you don't go over and over and over again, because you don't just read the word once. That's why it is a everlasting and non-changing. It doesn't change. The word doesn't ever change, just as God does not change. So therefore, because the Bible doesn't change and the world changes, it's always consistent and constant, because the world's always going to present new problems. The Bible is always going to talk about these same problems that the world constantly, continuously changes and brings. What am I trying to tell you in this video? Decisions, discernment. Build your spirit of discernment. And the only way you can build discernment is to get closer to God. You know the difference between what God wants for you and what He wants for you? There will be no confusion. And sometimes you're going to have to be patient for your answer. I know from firsthand, bro. You got to be patient for your answer. Whether that's for your purpose, whether that's dealing with a girl or a guy, relationships, friendships, even family relationships, your job, your career, locations that you want to go to, travel around the world, whatever the case may be, money making, business, entrepreneurship, marketing, whatever the case whatever you want to do. The decision you make should be structurally built based on what God wants for your life. But if you learned something from this video, comment down below what you learned. Subscribe if you're new. Link in the description for the Discord server. Thank you for watching. As always, God bless.